Welcome back, guys, to Pokémon Brilliant Diamond, where last episode we finished fighting through Route 214 before an accidental jaunt into the Great Underground, re-emerging to reach the Valor Lakefront before entering its 7 Stars restaurant, enjoying a full course of double battles that evolved Primplup to Empoleon. Now we finish off our dessert fights before continuing on. I wish Mum were here to eat with us. My mum gave me my Pokémon. Want to see how tough they are? Is every duo battle in here? Veteran Emmanuel and Lady what? Last Blythe. He's like, well, what's that big thing? We have Empoleon now. It happened in a restaurant. When did you evolve? In a restaurant, randomly somewhere else. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait, yeah. So now Matchup's super effective against me. I gotta worry about Steel weaknesses too. One of Steel's weaknesses is fire, which will work out, so that's a 0 now. Fire is now useful against me. I'm gonna get Psychic now. Also get Stab on Metal Claw. Let's just try to Bubble Beam him down. Am I just completely resistant to Psychic now, right? I think teaching you Ice Beam would be pretty good at some point. Pretty sure you've probably learned it. Better Steel move as well wouldn't be too bad. Grass not the Bidoof. Not a lot of my other stuff is very effective. I guess Bubble Beam again on Bronzor. Happiny is level 16. Also learn Covet. Keep old moves, I don't know. I'm in the middle of a battle here, Happiny. Could you ask me the end? I got my super strong starter now, Empoleon, 3rd stage. Tough, aren't you? I was with my dad, too. Nearly got all the cash. Next time, let's all come here together. Even the baby. That's what you're saying. Clive, I hope the new baby will grow up to be as kind-hearted as you. Next time, let's all come here together. Even the baby. So, you've got a new sibling. Oh, your stocks went up again. You haven't guessed wrong yet. My boyfriend's a stock market wizard. Did you know someone who's that lucky also happens to make for a tough trainer? Are you willing to try your luck against that? Yes, because he must have money, right? He's not a stock trader, he's a private investigator. P.I. Kendrick. Okay, multiple fish. Multiple fish. Roselia is remembering the first time it met you. Remembering it because the amount of fish I've let you drain since then. Since then, I spend every day draining fish. Endlessly. Draining fish. Nom nom nom. Would it be possible to turn off the effectiveness hints on the attack screen? Just in principle? In principle is a weird way of putting it. I guess you don't like it that I can see what I'm doing, but that's been part of Pokemon for a while now. It's been part of the standard settings for Pokemon for a while. I don't even know if I can turn it off. I guess you don't like the fact that it is basically on air. But equally, it's just part of the base game experience now. So I'm going to abuse it horribly. And make people hate me for it. For my limited knowledge, I need all the help I can get sometimes. You can't turn it off at all. But then I can be evil all I want. It's just part of the base functions of Pokemon. It's so weird when I see friends talking about like difficulty or etc. in Pokemon. Because my luck's run out. That's it. You're a lucky one. Because it's really not the target audience of this game. There are harder alternative out there within the genre on the market. It's just one loss. We can make that battle a big win next time. Just a minor setback. I can easily make up for this. I think we've battled everyone in here. Well, that is the restaurant cleared out. There are definitely other games from the genre if you want to experience that kind of monster raising / battling it to be more difficult. But then those ones are usually a little bit up or higher on the age rating too. Empoleon's got the full ninja run now. Where doing a not very effective move loses you all your turns. Not just, oh, I didn't do that much damage. Let me gaze into your eyes. I will read your fortune. Destiny shall shift. Whether that bodes well or ill is beyond the scope of my sight. And one of those games recently came out for the Nintendo Switch. Me, I'm just a simple soul. I let my guitar do all my talking. All I need is music and Pokemon. I could shine wherever I go if I have those things in my life. We're traveling troupe of street performers. In place of a formal introduction, please take these. As someone who played Gen 1 when it came out, you put the TM92s in your bag, TM's pocket. Trick Room is a doozy of a weird move. Use it and for a while afterward, the slowest Pokemon get to use their attack first. Bam! I use Trick Room's up to you, trainer. It wasn't really hard in any way, was it? Like any of the Pokemon. But it was grindier. Because no experience share, etc. If you want to keep Pokemon up to a level, you actually had to do wild battling and keep Pokemon up to keep them at the level. Otherwise, you just have one Pokemon go for a route, get 2 levels. No one else did. It was just a grindier Pokemon. It wasn't harder. They went away from that. They streamlined the process. Alright, you're a traveler. Yes, it's good to see other places. Do you know about Mount Moon in the Sinnoh Region? The fairy dancing on the moon is something I must see in my lifetime. Meanwhile, yeah, there's other games out there that you can play with more complex, more interesting, more difficult, more strategic battle systems. Pokemon, I feel, is a kind of stroll. It's comfort food within that genre. This hotel is so romantic that I hope a night on a Pokemon will sweep me away for a honeymoon here. Hello, you wish to stay the night? I'm afraid we're totally booked. You may rest a while if you wish. Oh, cool. You've restored your Pokemon to full health. We hope to see you again. Wonder why Pokemon won't say the name of the game that he was alluding to, because the illusion is really obvious. That's the only reason. Shin Megami Tensei is very fun. But it's not so much for the kids. I stand stoically in front of the deep blue sea. Why? Because I'm a rich boy. The seaside suits me better than the sea. Okay then. Oh, they're battles. I can battle too. I mean, yeah, and again, Monster Hunter Stories had a new game come out recently. With a cool battle system too. Chuba Chelsea set out Bibarel. Roselia is awaiting your directions. Drain it. Ow. And just to say, SMT has everything you need if you want to, like, raise a specific Pokemon or, you know, monster, demon in those regards. Or angel, or whatever. And change it to your accord with all the fusion and everything. I lost now, I feel hungry. That cloud looks like ice cream. I wish you could eat some. They fill different slots in the genre now, I feel. This is nice. I love my inner tube. And Pokemon's the biggest because it's cutesy, kidsy, and casual. Roselia, drain it. It's cutesy and kidsy. Drain it. Okay, we'll not drain it. Oh, what? Zelos, you're not allowed to survive. Don't confuse me. Good. Water pulse can confuse, right? But yeah, a lot of these features are Pokemon design intent now. It's where they make the most money. Accessibility. Also, I feel like when you have 900 of anything, the system can become somewhat convoluted. So a little bit of it might doing bad. I personally, yeah, cutesy and kidsy looks at Pokedex entries of Pokemon stuck in each other's bodily fluids. Yeah. Roselia is 36 and Habney is level 18. Another Shellos. How have you fallen down the leveling curve? I actually got Roselia right back up to 36 now. But yeah, they're just doing... They're building it up the way that effectively helps their profit margin the most. You can understand that. It's not what everyone wants, obviously. With like all these hints on screen, experience share, etc. But there's literally alternatives out there that need some love too. I couldn't move very well because my inner tube got in the way. As I said, Pokemon is the comfort food of the genre. My mum blew up my inner tube for me. I ran out of breath just opening it. Well, I can't surf away, that's for sure. It's an actual route I'm going on to here. I just want to check out more of the town then. This might actually be the right way. Take that. That's why... I mean, this place isn't named anything. It's just Route 213. How about being a pool in the sea? The salty tang of the sea tastes like my tears after a hard day at work. Wait, no, is this the place? Oh, it's Valor Lakefront. Okay. Come on back here after you defeat the champion. Don't forget about me here, okay? Wait, do I really have to remember you? Confusing. Ciao, I'm a game director. You're working on filling a Pokedex, aren't you? It's awesome that you're going to meet lots of Pokemon. Come show me your Pokedex when you've filled it with tons of entries. I want to talk to you. Oh, that's me, the Gengar-loving director. Battling other trainers sure is exciting, isn't it? Keep building up those bonds with your Pokemon so you can take on tougher trainers. They spent more times on their own models. How dare they? Yes, I do understand that Pokemon has Pokedex entries. They're a bit more, you could say, adult. in nature, but it's actually not really that. It's more realistic in nature. After all, kids need to know about things like ecosystems. Predator, prey, etc. And to believe it doesn't happen in Pokemon. So you can say it's a little bit of a learning tool in those regards. Alright then. On our next route journey. Look at the town map now. So we're actually supposedly not far away. We're nearly at our next gym. There's a fancy hotel and a fancy place with a fancy restaurant. The fancy restaurant's filled with fancy people who think themselves as being too fancy to battle alone. Ah, is that why they're all duo battles? I think it's just because they're coupled up for the lot of them. Luxray to the top. Let me demonstrate my technique. It's how this grown-up battles. You challenge my beauty Cindy. Send out Glamiel. I guess just Spark will do best. With the same type of attack bonus. The pretty little kitty got beaten up by the mean looking kitty. That's how you attack. Oh yeah, do I have enough money yet? Let's rob another lady of her money. Oh, getting close. Probably sell some items. You're so much more of a train than you look. I don't know if looking down on me. Found TM40 aerial ace. There's something on top of this big cliff here. My instincts tell me that, but how am I supposed to climb up? Supposed to learn at HM. Oh, which way am I going here? We're at 213 now. Raspberries. Oh, wait a second. I need to remember the memo. Not long off. Gotta check my honey. Here in the honeybee, we can make it better. I forgot what I picked up in the previous place. So it was a La Papa berry. Also an Aguave berry, there we go. And 2 raspberries. Aguave. And the roast. What's considered the hardest Pokemon game? I do wonder. And then, what's the definition of difficulty in it? It's an interesting thought. What is it that makes it difficult? And that must be the actual way to go. Not getting very many wild battles when I jump into the grass. Over here is Dr. Footstep's house. Footprints reveal all, supposedly. Oh, I almost had that fish ruled in. Sorry. I feel like Luxray would be like, why are you sending me off after this? No, it's remembering the first time I met you and you still get me to kill these silly little things. Poor Magikarp. Most people have said it was gold, silver. I mean, that's the game I want to play again the most, in a certain respects. Yeah, it is down to what is nowadays is quality of life. So in that game, you had to grind. You had to go up and down the road and level up everyone. So after you finish the route, you spend another 30 minutes to an hour just getting them all to the same level. And then you'd still be like on level with the gym trainers, which is cool to be on level with them. But outside of the zen of the grind that you can get in, is it necessarily all that fun to do that every route you go down to keep your Pokemon at an apt level? That's why the quality of life stuff in with experience share comes in. Again, they should have it as a toggle switch so that people who don't want to have it, don't want to have it. But that difficulty seems mostly born from kind of just grind. You have more respect for a grown-up. Yeah, have more respect for a grown-up with his point of view on this, because you played the originals. God, you kids. Got older now, and I'm like, yeah, easy road. He'd sell down some. Yeah. Pokemon are quite easy for me to read. I need only to see their footprints and their innermost thoughts are revealed to me. Are you skeptical of my claim? And let your Luxray walk in front of me right there. From its footprints, I will determine how it feels about you. Okay. Olizandri is a remarkable human and a trainer. That I can always perform the best any Luxray possibly can. I attribute that entirely to my partner Olizandri. When we travel, I can see wild Pokemon eyeing us enviously. And that is what your Luxray thinks of you. I must say, your Luxray and you share a very close bond. This is for you. A footprint ribbon. On Luxray. Okay, so I can get a ribbon for each Pokemon that I spent time with. Also had a bad level curve. Well, back then as well, grinding was expected in most RPGs. I can't really put something there, can I? Podium's very satisfied though. So it was just an expected thing to do for you to grind up. It was almost like, you know, the developers would design it around you doing that because it would just be somewhat intended. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I'm just saying that was the expectation back then. It kind of expect you to be a bit above the normal level curve. Now, a lot of JRPGs nowadays, of course, they artificially seemingly squash the experience, or like they don't let you go high, like barely like 1 or 2 levels above what the level curve they want you is at. That's one thing that could be very much attributed to Pokemon. Some kind of scaling. Then I'd reckon people would complain about that. Like if they want an intended difficulty, they have to scale stuff. They either have to scale the gyms to your level, trainers to your level, or something like that. Or they just have to like mess with the experience a little bit. But they don't intend to do that because they want people to just be able to play it their way. And again, the best thing for that would be the optional to toggle. It's a long way from Velston. I'm exhausted. Footprints left in the sand when you walk on a beach. Pokemon seem to enjoy leaving footprints as much as people. I'm visiting the area because I wanted to see the Great Marsh. I'm staying at the Lakeside Hotel. And we are at our next town, finally. After a difficulty discussion. My brother's girlfriend is the massage girl in Velstone City. They take strolls with their Pokemon whenever they get together. It really helps them stay close. Howdy there. Let me examine your Pokemon to see if it's worthy of a scarf. Oh, I see. This isn't what I had hoped to see. I can't lie to you, so I'll just have to tell it to you straight. This Pokemon's not bad, but it's not good either. It's just so-so. If you want to improve this one's conditions, feed it some more Poffins. Ah, it's Poffins. For the better treatment of Pokemon, the Trader School. And Pony has told him something. A Jabocabelly. Why, thank you. You're just like a totally impatient boy I met earlier. Just like you, he was very close with his Pokemon. Hey, thanks for making me smile. These might put a smile on your face. Where Flora stickers be? Place them on a ball capsule. Oh, Team Galactic here, I see. This is so annoying. What is it? Oh, some kid with only 3 gym badges. Little twips like you should know to stay out of Team Galactic's way. Now, this package from Velston. Where should I set it off? Yep, this is going to be a smashing job for Team Galactic. Bombs? Welcome to the Great Marsh. This is your first safari game? Yes. When you enter the Great Marsh, you receive 30 safari balls. It's the only kind of ball you're allowed to use in the safari game. The game is over when you run out of safari balls or when you've walked 500 steps. You to enjoy the untamed nature of the Great Marsh? Well, I'm not going to do that yet. It's a gym. Some trainers deliberately prevent their Pokemon from evolving. They wait until the Pokemon levels up and learns certain moves. Yes, but then I'd have to be looking in my head in a guide all the time. Which is why I'm always so absolutely amazed that people remember half the information they seem to remember with Pokemon. I can't remember typings for like 800, 900 Pokemon. I can't remember like levels that they learn the moves at. Which ones don't learn moves after they evolve, which ones learn it fast. It's like, people have this stuff down. It's just like, wow. Great Marsh is vast. How vast did you ask? Take a look from the observatory and you can see for yourself. I will have a look soon. I'm as good as Pidgeot Bird, yeah. Thank you for waiting. We've restored your Pokemon to full health. We hope to see you again. Pastoria's Great Marsh was once a part of the sea. The sea will have drained away over time, leaving the huge marshland. That's why they say there are rare Pokemon that you can only see here. Type combos are easy to remember. Speak for yourself. In the Great Marsh, they use quick trams on rails for transportation. They prevent damage to the Great Marsh's ecosystem. A different class, Hotel Grand Lake. Side out, probably having a headache again. There's the town view. Got some more berries. Persimmon berries. Persimmon, you are not you. We got 2 times 2 Nana berries. So I'll pick them both. You wonder what information you could have stored in your head if you didn't have arbitrary game animation? Yeah. We're filling our brains. Memories of games. There's only so much data I can take. 2 more persimmon berries. Alright, water time. Okay, did get the one to the right this time. Can't you do this, Empoleon? Someone in the Great Marsh offered me a technical machine containing a hidden move, but I declined. I don't need it because the gym leader will use defog for us if we ever need it in the city. Ah. Here where I'm standing, I'm smack dab in the middle of town. We need defog for some reason soon then. Everyone calls me the Pokemon Move Maniac. I prefer Move Tutor. I know every move the Pokemon learn while they're leveling up, and I can teach Pokemon those moves. I can teach a move to a Pokemon of yours if you like. I'll do it if you trade me a heart scale. So we need the heart scales for that. Oh, that's it. That's an honest to goodness heart scale. Let me guess. You want me to teach one of your Pokemon a move? Which Pokemon needs tutoring? I mean, do I have to give it, or can I get a preview of what's going on first? So it's all the ones it's learned. Swords dance there. Okay, cool. So I do know I can learn moves again. Have you been to the Pokemon Mansion? The owner, Mr. Backlot, likes to brag about his rare Pokemon. Don't they all? What sort of rare Pokemon that appear only in the Great Marsh? This the end of the city yet? Okay, it is. Puddle there. Town? Because we want to head to the gym. My sister gathers berries every day. Please come visit again. Cook the berries too. We mix them up. They're yummy. I've been hiking all around the Sinnoh region. I love planting berries wherever I go. I'll give you a berry too. Please plant it somewhere. An ockaberry. For the better treatment of Pokemon, the Pokemon Trainer School. They're really advertising right now. Pokemon Croagunk is the city's official mascot. Croagunk sure is purdy. We're hoping it'll get popular around the world. It's purdy, is it? Shelves are jammed with colourful Pokemon goods. What about this lady? Put stickers on the ball capsule and put it on the Pokeball and done. Another Pokeball made by me. It's one of a kind. But then, like, the stickers will go. What are you going to do then? The Great Marsh keeps the weather cool in the summertime. This is a good town for water-type Pokemon. Looks like we're nearly there. Gym time, gym time. You know about Burmy and how they come in different forms? Do you have all forms of that there Burmy? Oh, you don't even have a single Burmy. You don't like them. They're kind of mushy and cute. Burmy are an interesting example. They hint at how the environment can shape people's personalities. Yes. Right then. Breathtaking in a weird way. Gym leader Crasher Wake. The torrential master. Sounds interesting. I guess this is a water gym by the torrential stuff. We've only got 2 Pokemon that can deal with that. So I think life will be good. Let's go.